Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Beaumont Weekly. In this episode, Mum's not going to be happy about this.
It hasn't been lived in for 2 years, nor deeds.
And I don't think there's anyone in the UK who's operating at the same scale of sites at any given time. The whole new EPC standards is just such backwards, stupid, net zero, virtue signalling, energy company grabbing, monopolising, globalist bastard stupidity. If you don't know who we are, then we are property developers. Every week we show what it's like to run a property development group at scale. This is a buy-to-let refurb we've done for a client, new kitchen that we've just banged in, gave this whole place a nice whitewash, new carpets, new heating system. We show what it's like every week on our vlogs to run this type of business, so you should enjoy it if you're in property. Subscribe. We left Jay for all of about 4 minutes and he's bought a Hoover. Not even joking. That's a brand new Dyson 4000, mate. That's what that is.
50 quid?
50 quid? 50 squid, mate. I'm guessing second hand?
Second hand, yeah. Definitely.
Second hand, 50 quid Dyson. He's making the most of every minute.
We only left him alone for 2 seconds.
He's buying household appliances. What I want to do is on these vlogs, we're trying to be sympathetic to our viewers. When we do our site visit days, going around and seeing the same sites so you can keep up to date with that site's progress, like this 8-bed HMO, the 7-bed HMO down there we've shown you a few times. We've shown you the 6-bed there that we're working on. We've just bought another one around the corner there that's going to be a 5-bed or a 6-bed, I can't remember what it's going to be. And we try and just hit the same spot so you can keep up to date with where we're at with those sites rather than us show you everything in our pipeline. But what I'm going to do, just to give you an idea of the scale we're operating, I'm going to show you just the sites we've got within this vicinity. So just from here to the town centre, in this one town, bear in mind we operate across about 7 different towns. I'm going to show you the different HMO projects we've got on the go and some of the commercial sites as well. Stay tuned, we'll make this as quick as we can, but just give you an idea of where we're operating, where the business is, and how much we have to manage on a daily and weekly basis. Let's go do some hoovering. So here's the first one, opposite the 8-bed HMO. It's this full double-fronted property with the commercial shop as well, turning into a 6-bed HMO. Now we're going to drive all of about 200 metres up this street to the next one. Sweet, man, go for it. And now we're at another 6-bed HMO. This one here. So with this one, we started the site, we got about 4 weeks in, and then our client, who was funding the rest of the refurb through a sale of another property, and it was all going through, and then the buyer pulled out last minute, so we had to actually pause the site because he didn't have the funds. But he's, I think, since got the funds back in, and we're now cracking on with it. So 6-bed HMO there, and then if you give me all of about 3, 2, 1, 0 seconds, this is an 8-bed we're on with as well. So it's 2 flats. It's actually got this front side bit here and a side door as well. And then this large lean-to kind of garage. And we're keeping the 2 flats as 2 flats. And we're doing a 3-bed on the ground floor and 5-bed above. So that'll be an 8-bed HMO all in all, but under the planning threshold, which is useful. And then bottom of this street, turn left, next right, we've got another 8-bed. Out of thought, we've got another 8-bed HMO just here. That one. So that one we did the same thing with, kept them as 2 flats, and that one finished a few months ago now. So that's not actually an active site anymore. It's fully rented, makes some good cash flow. And then just down here, the end of this road, and turn left, we've got another one of these. Can't remember which one it is. It's one of them. So there's another 6-bed there, basically. It's one of them. I actually can't remember which one it is. I've not been up for a while. You might have seen that in some of the other vlogs where Kane's gone there, but it's a banging 6-bed, that one. We didn't even need to do a loft conversion or anything. It just had enough girth on it to just get a full 6-bed out of it without touching it. Just behind this street here, we got another 6-bed HMO that we'd finished about a year ago. And down here, after you, honestly, please. So we've got 3 around this metro station, 1 just there on the corner, which you'd have seen us do before, a little 5-bed HMO. And then we've got 2 of those there, the one with the dormer and the one 2 doors down from it. But again, bang opposite the metro, which is ideal. They're both 6 beds, both are loft conversions. And then this one here, you'd have seen before in the vlog a few times. Another 6-bed HMO that we've just finished, nice, and we're converting this garage into a 1-bed apartment. And then if you just hold that thought for 2 seconds, on this street, we did another 6-bed HMO, and that one was finished a while ago as well. And then I'm gonna turn around. We'll go back up here. So yeah, that one just there, that corner one next to Hot and Tasty, we finished that one off. That was actually one of the first client jobs we did, that corner one there. And then, I'm not driving around every street in this town, but 2 streets over from here, we've got another 7-bed that is 2 flats that we're converting into a 2-bed and a 5-bed. So that's over those houses there. And then just beyond that is another one near the beach, 6-bed HMO we're on site with now as well. And that one, love the location. You literally walk out the door, look left, and you can see the sea. And just walk straight down the hill and you're in the sea. It's lovely. Lovely beach as well. And then come down here and we've got the infamous Buzzers Bar. Buzzers Bar, Buzzers Bar. And this is about halfway through the town. So then if we go to the other half of the town, we've got all the next sites. So you kind of go from here. If we then go to the next location, we've then got another 17 apartments on the go, 8 apartments, 10-bed HMO we've done, another 6 beds, a 7 beds that we're going to be on with soon as well. So, and that's just one town. Just to give people an idea, because I know we don't usually do like a we never do, here's all the sites we're on with. Otherwise we'll just be traveling like all the time, like our site managers, on 20 sites at any given time. And here in this town, I think we're on 6 active sites. And then we've got some of the other ones I've mentioned are in planning or already completed and things like that. So yeah, busy boys. Hopefully gives you an idea of the scale that we're operating at. And I don't think there's anyone in the UK who's operating at the same scale of sites at any given time. But let me know if there is. If there's anyone else, link them in the comments, because then I want to see what they're up to, see their operation, compare, see if we can improve based on things we can learn from them. I'm always doing that, always looking at other people's operations and seeing what they're doing wrong and what we know we don't want to do ourselves. But also some people do things a bit better and I'm like, oh, that's a good idea, we should adopt that. Anyway, cool, we're gonna hit Buzzers Bar now and eat a pie.
Here we are in the northeast for buy-to-let viewing, just down there. Forgot what else I was gonna say, but I believe it's a 2-bed. I don't know much else about it, Ryan just kind of sent it to me. So we're gonna have a look, see if it's feasible, and yeah.
It hasn't been lived in for 2 years and they've been in the process of clearing it. No deeds, so they've only just got the probate through.
Cool, so yeah, if we just walk about and then I'll get a video going through.
Yeah, so it's obviously being extended.
Yeah. Oh right,
so
yeah,
it's
Jesus.
huge. Electric's in the cupboard here.
Switch, junk everywhere.
Well, the ceiling's paper, but what's going on above there?
Yeah.
No idea. You can get out the back door if you decide that's big enough for 2 cars, apparently.
Yeah.
And access by the lane.
Quick look. This goes well back. This keeps them bloody going. Definitely like a artsy crafty design guy. There's loads of like saws and shit in the kitchen, so it's quite enthusiastic. I'll sneak.
You see through the gaps.
A little bit. It's just piled full of junk.
So she's saying it goes further back.
Yeah, so it goes back another 5 meters or so. Bloody hell, these are like decades old. Like, this reminds me of my grandma's house. Windows fine, though. Double glazing. Get to loft in a minute as well. Why is the boiler in the room? I mean, it makes sense against the rear wall, but like, presume a new boiler. Structurally, it's not as bad as it looks aesthetically. It's a very wide property, and obviously goes back hella far.
Yeah.
A bathroom that way.
No, that's just your cupboard going over your stairs. I mean, you can stick your head up there.
It's like a trap, really.
Yeah, like, if you knock it, it's going to
Just
knock me.
stick your head up.
Plenty of room to stand up there. Property, big, piss poor condition. Kitchen's awful, new boiler, new kitchen, new bathroom, a lot of stripping out, a lot of redeco. On to the next one.
Welcome, welcome. In the office, monthly meeting about to have. That's where we bring together all departments, or as many people as we can. Usually there's always some people that can't make it, either field ops who are out doing their jobs, or holidays, sick leave, things like that. Dad's not going to be here today, so Dad won't be in this one. Most of our field ops guys won't. Karen's on holiday. But we do have Matthew up. There he is. Look, you look busy. Yeah, Robbie's married now. Well done. To new Beaumont. To me. Yes, monthly meeting. It's basically to get all the departments together. A good reason to just bring everyone's heads together so everyone can communicate and chat together, and also discuss any interdepartmental problems that we might be having. Hello.
I was going to bring our heads together.
What do you mean? Don't hit me. Robbie used to bully me when we were younger. That's why I own the company. It's always a good day. It's always good to just chat about shit, basically. I just talk about, especially the new Monday system that I've set up. So we had this old Monday system, which looked like this. I do love this whiteboard. Here's the last time I doodled on it. Match cut this, ready? I'm gonna clean that. Mum's not gonna be happy about this. So before, our old Monday system was one long project life cycle split down into tasks, kind of departmental tasks, but they sort of overlapped in different areas. And then there was all the little tasks that each of those departments had to perform within their given domain. But there was crossover, you know, there was like sourcing stuff here so that all the stuff's on the system about that client, that project, all the specifics. And then construction would have to start their survey, but lettings would also have to onboard, and conveyancing would also have to do their bits all in one. And the tasks kind of got jumbled. We still managed to manage it like that. It was still clear, but it just meant everything's in one place in one project life cycle. And then we had individual task folders. Each task folder broke down into subsections of tasks within those folders for, say, memos on the sourcing and conveyancing and the purchase and then construction, etc. So it meant you had an individual project life cycle with a separate board and then different boards of task folders. It then broke down into more boards to show the file storage, the tasks and things like that in a more granular detail. But what that meant, for you to really kind of see how each department's performing, we had to extrapolate data from those into like a higher level dashboard, and it was quite hard to do. It wasn't clean, and also meant that the usage of the different boards wasn't too clean either, so for individual departments to perform their functions. So instead, I completely rehashed it. It took me about 2 weeks of late nights and early mornings to just go, right, I'm gonna rebuild the whole thing and do a massive data transfer to the new system. And now it's broken down into different workspaces for each department. So we have a construction workspace, we have an acquisitions workspace, we have a lettings workspace. They're all separate, and within their workspaces, they have individual project lifecycle boards just for that department, nice and clean. And when they're done with given tasks, it sets automations up that then move it to the next department. And then they got to perform their tasks, move it to the next department. And the way it's set up is that multiple project life cycles within departments can be run concurrently, meaning they feed into each other, and that each department member only has to focus on their tasks. That's all they see. They don't have to worry about any other department. Much, much cleaner, way better, much more scalable for us growing the departments with management at the top and then operators underneath. So big change. We are at the 8-bed HMO conversion. We're here with Mr. J. Hi. Because we're going to be shooting the next door's up for sale. Check that out. Check that out. We've got enough on this street, I think. So let them rent out, let them stabilise first, and we'll see if it's worth buying more. Yeah, 8-bed HMO, cracking on. We were going to come earlier than now to get a midway through video because we're filming like a cinematic piece, start to finish. So we've done the first bit, showing the strip out of the property, what we've had to do to it. And then we wanted to do a nice midway showing all the structural and enabling works. But we've just been rammed up filming ads and all kinds of other videos. So we haven't really had the time. So we're going to come now, but we are boarding back in at the moment. So I don't know what's exposed still. Not much, I imagine. So down here, you see we've got all of our first fixing. So this is still open. This is good. Like, it's not boarded back in yet, so we can talk about a few bits here. We're dropping in the Castelline ceiling grid, putting in all our insulation, because we need to get the acoustic tests on this, make sure we meet the acoustic values. Otherwise, we fail acoustic tests and we're pulling them back. Obviously en suite, leave enough of a buffer in the alcove for the wardrobes. And then, yeah, another grid system in here. This would be our kitchen diner. Again, first fixed points are in. We've got all of our Kingspan insulation. We've knocked in a big lintel here to open this up into what will be a large bedroom, and then open this up as well to turn this into a doorway rather than just a window. Again, first fix is in, and first fix plumbing. The initial waste, you see where our shower tray will sit on top there. Soil stacks are in, screeded floor, leveled out. These are our perimeter wall insulation, so 60mm. That's there to give you that thermal protection, and then you've got your plasterboard there to give you the easy skim finish, and that goes on all perimeter walls, which is why there's no back boxes on these, because they'll get buried. And that was the back door. We'll block that off. And I think this one might stay, because that's the back door to the upstairs. This is the back door to the ground floor. Obviously, we ripped all of it out. You see our new floor that we've banged in there as well. It's good because I want to be showing all this stuff when we do this walk around video, because it's going to be an end-to-end kind of cinematic piece, a little mini documentary on this project from start to finish. I don't want to be useful with the things I'm able to say, just so people can pick up on the different phases of works. So it's good that it's still exposed. Obviously, main soil stack here, dropping down and through, which is going to be boxed in. Kitchen units are going here, I think. Quirky, we've not done that before, so we're going to box in our soil stack in the middle of the kitchen units. That's fine. You can see our waste teeing in there from where the sink's going to go. So yeah, that is going to be kitchen. Let's have a look upstairs. Hello. Then upstairs. Hello, good sirs. All good, mate. So yeah, again, you can see here, once exposed, got this saw stack it carries through downstairs. Obviously, they're putting up the new studs for this ensuite bedroom, but we've closed in. You can just about see the timbers that we've dropped in for the new floors. Obviously, we've got the steel still exposed here. It's carrying through. Bedroom here. Here's that perimeter wall insulation in action. There she is. That buffer there. That's what they want you to do on sui generis HMOs now as a standard, and that's how you increase your EPC rating. But the issue is, on these old Victorians, and this is why the whole new EPC standards is just such backwards, stupid, net zero, virtue signalling, energy company grabbing, monopolising, globalist bastard stupidity. Because with the old Victorians, these walls, they don't have cavities, the old masonry, so they need to be able to breathe. You can insulate the shit out of them like this. They end up sweating. Then you get more moisture build up, more mold. It's just stupid. It's like trying to have one blanket policy for all that just doesn't work. So you have to make sure they can breathe. There's going to be a big problem in the UK if they make us insulate all the houses like this, because they're just not built for it. They need to breathe. But anyway, we just do what we're told. Otherwise, we can't build them. So yeah, all the loft's pretty much boarded in now. I wanted to be able to show the structure, what we've done here, with the new dormer setup and everything else, but this is rapid. This loft conversion was like, boom, done in a couple of weeks. What I'm doing now is I'm looking for what things can I talk about, what things can I walk through on the camera for that end-to-end video. And for us internally as a business, that kind of content, yes, it takes months and months and months to film because you have to capture a full project life cycle from end to end. Once it's done, we have a nice cinematic piece showing this 8-bed HMO conversion. It's more proof of validation that we as a company, we as developers do these things, bit of an educational piece, and great for new clients as well to see what we get up to. Long form marketing, you know, it's a long game. So yes, this property is wrapped up and we've got Mr. J shooting the content, man. Yeah, look at Mr. J go. This one, really nice, sweet job, very quick and easy. It was in good nick anyway, structurally in good nick, condition was in good nick, but just old and tired, you know, drabby wallpaper and stuff like that. But we retained most of it, whitewashed throughout, changed quite a few of the doors, new flooring, brand new kitchen, new bathroom, new insulation in the loft, up the EPC, thermostat, all that kind of stuff. Straightforward buy-to-lets. We're churning these out at scale. We've done about 10 last month and we only launched the buy-to-let division earlier this year. So we're really pushing this now and getting it to be the new product line that we offer for investors as a hands-off service, which is important for us to make sure that we're diversifying the kind of things we do so that we don't have too much concentrated revenue on one specific property strategy, which is a luxury only really afforded to you once you've got the ears in the game and you know exactly how to pivot your team and your resources to a new strategy, fluff out that strategy, test it out with our own money first, and then we push that onto clients and we rinse and repeat the process basically. And buy-to-let's super straightforward compared to HMOs. And we do the bigger sites as well now. So we're pushing the bigger sites and the buy-to-lets, which just gives us a lot of diversification, a nice spread of revenue streams and a nice spread of operational processes for our staff base and things like that. Because HMOs can be difficult. Well, they are difficult to do at scale. So it's nice to have these buy-to-lets that are quicker, easy wins and still great returns. And then we've got the bigger sites as well that are more bang for buck, but way more difficult. But long term, that's where the business will go, into just bigger and bigger sites. So everything's going the way we want it to. It's good, it's healthy, we're happy, we're scaling nicely. There's still always going to be difficulties, especially in this market with the Labour government and just the lack of incentives for business owners to employ people, to grow a business, paying extortionate taxes, ridiculously high energy costs. It is just like, we've just got clowns running our government, absolute clowns, and they're going to drive the country into the ground. But property remains a solid asset class because it's a scarce asset. So we're happy. Our business model is quite insular and protected from, I would hate to be a shop owner right now. That is a scary prospect. Or a more traditional business model where you've got lean margins and you're working on, you know, commodity prices. That's difficult. And I feel for people out there doing that. And we need those type of businesses. And the fact that the government just has zero regard for what it's like to actually employ people, to actually be a productive contributor to society, and to actually punish those people and people like us is criminal. It's anti-British and I hate it. And so does the rest of the country. That's my rant for the end of this video. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Subscribe. See you in the next one.